What else we got? I I don't want to speak on the big Tigger situation, man. Just because the thing is with Big Tigger and his wife,
My phone.
Tigger, get off.
My phone.
I'll touch on it. I'll touch on it. I'll tell you what my pause was. It's because I have an unpopular opinion, I believe, about this situation, and I think that I don't even think it was worthy to really like bring to the world. But it's just, oh man. Like, for example, right? I'll read this comment here on the video, right? It says, "This is total BS. She's making it hard for real women of domestic violence. She's clearly off seeking victim status, and it's sad. Hopefully they both get the release they need." And also, when you look at domestic violence cases, which I don't consider this particular footage, I don't know what he's doing, but for this particular footage, this is not domestic violence. When you look at those kind of cases, though, it's a lot of time it's mutual. You know, they beating on each other. A lot of times it is, what's that other statistic? Oh, usually if the woman is being abused, she's complacent. So a lot of times you can call the police, you're going to bail them out. Yeah. I learned that lesson the hard way. I remember one time, this was probably like 8 years ago. Man, it was like Christmas. I was going to visit my mom. And I had to run to the house and grab a sweater or something. Or I might have left a gift. I don't remember. But as I was pulling in the neighborhood and I got out the car and I was walking up to my apartment, I heard a child like screaming help. So I jump into action. I spring into action. I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, I can't find where the noise is coming from. And she's like, and I could hear banging on a window. And it was fairly close. I look across the apartment complex and I see the back of the building. Then I see a little girl, just see a little head and like a little fist. She's like, help, my mom. I run, I sprint. I get to a roundabout where I know I hear it at, right? And when I get to the door, I knock on the door. I'm like, yo, everybody okay? Everybody okay? A man answers the door. And the way this dude looked at me, bro, like he wanted to kill me, bro. Like, he looked at me, he was like, what do you want? He's like, why are you knocking on my door? And I'm like, I heard a kid in this apartment yelling help. I just want to make sure everybody's okay. Now, as he's standing in the doorway, I look over and it's a woman. And I'm assuming obviously his wife and mother. She's sitting on the couch, she's crying. And she's looking at me like scared. So I'm like, so then the girl runs out of the room and says he's hitting my mom. And I'm like, and I look at her and he like kind of like closes the door more. And he's like, look, man, you need to go. Like, man, get the fuck out of here or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm calling the cops. And that was just to get him to stop. You know, I figured, I mean, I did call the cops, but I figured that threat alone would stop him, you know. So I called the cops immediately. I stood in the door. About, I don't know, 5 minutes, give or take, they come out the house. The kid, the wife, they all walk out. And, you know, of course, he's staring me down. And they get in the car and they leave. She leave with him. So when the cops show up, they're like, what's going on? I'm like, I think it's some domestic abuse going on. The kid was screaming help. The woman looked scared. I gave him the whole breakdown. And the cops is just like, well, there's nothing we could do if she left. They left. And the cop told me something that day. He goes, look, man, I you know what? You're a good Samaritan. Appreciate you helping out. I think you did the right thing. But a lot of the times in these cases, the woman will protect the man and they don't want to be saved and they don't want to be helped, unfortunately. Oh, and it takes some very serious injury / death, unfortunately, to kind of wake those people up. I mean, if it's death, it's too late. But it's a sad thing. However, this is not that. I don't condone what Tigga's doing. So let me just say out the gate, I'm sure you guys have seen the video. And, you know, clearly in the video, he's like wrestling over his phone. Now, he's not hurting her. He's not throwing her around. He's not kicking, hitting her or whatever. But I think that he's teetering on. See, think about it. If he never would have even gotten this kind of scuffle, then this wouldn't be public news. You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't be engaged physically with your girl in any kind of way. I think that for me, I'm always going to try and take the high road when it comes to these situations with women, but I'm also going to see how I'm trying to tread lightly around this situation. I think that if I was in Tigga's situation, I would have told her to give me my phone. It's my property. If you're not going to give me my phone, I'm going to call the police and I'm going to report my phone stolen. Now, y'all would probably maybe we got some street dudes watching my shit. Be like, oh, that's a bitch move, bro. You gonna call the police on your girl? Now, let me ask you a question, right? If that sounds far-fetched, let me ask you this. If you were to put your hands on your girl, if you were to steal your girl property, if you were to do any of those things, would she call the police on you? That's the question. She would. Your girl does not have the strength to fight you back. So your girl is not going to even engage with you to that point. Most women not. So you have to think like, just like any girl I ever dated, I tell her the same thing, right? When it comes to, girls will ask you questions like, have you ever hit a woman? Or, when you start talking about relationships, how do you handle conflict? I always say, if you don't put your hands on me, I will not put my hands on you, ever. Words are words. You can say whatever you want to me. I will not put my hands on you. So I expect the same vice versa. If we get into an argument or we get into a fight and you say shit, you be pissed off sometimes. The bitch word might fly out, but you can't put your fucking hands on me because words is words. Now, if you're not mature enough to handle that, don't fuck with me. So if she asks the same question, but wait, do you put your hands on women? Again, you don't put your hands on me, I will not put my hands on you. So don't put me in a situation where, okay, now I got to go a legal route to get you to fucking stop. You get what I'm saying? And he know what he's dealing with. So when I look at situations like this, I just mind my business. I'm going to be honest, because I wouldn't be in a situation like this and I wouldn't be with a woman like this. I just wouldn't. Like, why is she even touching your phone? Like, that's grounds for breakup. I run a strict program. I just do. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all be letting y'all girl run all over y'all. I don't do that shit. If you take my phone, that's grounds for breakup. I'm done with you. That's my property. That's my personal shit. And guess what? I'm not going to touch her phone. I ain't touching your shit. If you doing something, it's going to come to light. I'm not finna be digging and doing all that. I've had those days, man. I done went through a girl phone and it shut down my whole respiratory system. Like, I couldn't breathe, bro. I had a panic attack out the shit I seen. I don't want to go down that route. So I think with Big Tigga, bro, like, he really put himself in the situation. Now, yes, she's being extra. Yes, she wants the attention. Yes, she's trying to demonize this man. She hates this man for whatever he's done. It looks like infidelity. It doesn't look like past abuse that led her to this point. It looks like he's had some infidelity, and she's not very bright. She doesn't understand that being with a man of status and celebrity, that's what come with it. I don't understand why these women get with these celebrities or get with high status men and think they don't cheat and they're not going to cheat. They don't all cheat, but 99% do. A woman will get with a star athlete and think and expect fidelity. That's not what no. That's not what you should expect from that man. And I teach my daughters the same. If my daughter's going to be with a star athlete, I'm going to just give it to her cut and dry. I'm going to say he's probably not going to be faithful on the road. Don't expect fidelity. That's not a requirement. That's just a bonus. But expect this man to take care of you. Expect this man not to embarrass you. And expect this man to respect you. But don't expect fidelity. That's just silly. And that's you see where she put herself in a situation where she's trying to get his phone to find some information, and then he get himself into a squabble when he should have sat back and either, you know what, allowed her to do what she gonna do. Hey, go with your move. Sometimes you just got, hey, go with your move. I'm not fighting with you. I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm not finna argue with you. Go with your move. Or go the other route. Hey, you know what? Let's just get the police involved in. Because either way, if I don't get the police involved, I'm going to end up putting my hands on you. I'm going to go to jail anyway. So let's just cut to the chase. Let's get 12 involved. I'm not trying to get you locked up. I'm not trying to go no crazy route. I just want them to get here and get my property back. I'm not pressing no charges on you. And let's just go our separate ways, because this shit is ridiculous, the things we put up with for relationships. And now you see that Tigger is now going to be demonized for this situation. And it's even, and I get it, women waking up, like, look, a comedian said, girl, just give him the damn phone. Somebody said he's not being aggressive at all. They're trying to set this man up. And granted, there's women in the comments and people see through the BS or the victim mentality, but they also, this is still going to leave a stain. This footage here is still going to leave a stain, and we live in a very liberal society. So his employer is probably still going to maybe want to let him go. Just like, hey, I get it, I saw it, but it's just, it's a bad, you get what I'm saying? So he shouldn't have gauged at all. But yeah, somebody said if she was trying to de-escalate the situation, she would have just given up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love some good coffee, baby. And this is why real domestic violence claims aren't taken seriously. All I see is a cool, calm, collected brother trying to retrieve his belongings. It's fucking crazy. See, and it's satire, it's condescending, but do you get what I mean? Man.